Hi everyone, we are going to be setting up my October bullet journal today. For this theme, I just wanted to do something fall, a little bit spooky, and so I just went for some very simple pumpkins and ghosties. And I did kind of a serif font for the headers, and yeah, I just decided to keep it simple. I will say October is my favorite month. I've said that before, and I will say it again because October is the best month of the year. I love fall. My daughter was born in October. It's just always a good time. You know what I mean? So I'm always happy to be doing my October bullet journal setup, and there's just something about some simple pumpkins that just gets me, you know? So these first two pages are just my cover page and my calendar page. As you can see, I'm currently creating the calendar. I did it pretty simply. I just, drew a little square and then made some lines and wrote the numbers in. I don't use my calendar super thoroughly, I guess. For most things, I put them in my phone, and I will put them in my weeklies. It's like, so that I can see what's going on that week. But I will put just kind of a general overview of what's going on in the month in my monthly calendar, but I don't normally flip back to it a ton or anything. So I am just creating the pumpkins with the Tombow dual brush liners. I have the Cottage set, and I love these. I have never had Tombows before. I got them recently, and I want all of them now because they're just great. And I went in with the Tombows first before I did the pen, just because I didn't want to get pen all over my Tombows. So I just kind of did the general shape of the pumpkins in with the Tombows and then went around with the pen to make the outline. And then to create the little ghosties that are poking their heads out, I just drew a little outline and their eyes. I did it pretty simply. I don't know if there's a non-simple way to draw ghosts, but they're not super crazy or anything. It's just kind of a blob, and I drew some eyes in there. And I just kept it with the outline of the pen. That way you could tell that they were white because I'm drawing on white paper. The next two pages are kind of like my content planning, reading planning pages, I guess you could say. So I'm currently creating a Kanban board. I decided to make my Kanban board be in the shape of little ghosts this month. Usually I just do a rectangle, but I thought it would be really fun to make them be in the shape of ghosts. And like I said before, they're not super intense ghosts or anything. They're just kind of little blobs, but I think it turned out cute. And then I just drew two little pumpkins. One is for a video schedule tracker, and one is for video ideas. That way I can write down my ideas in one place and then actually schedule them out into my calendar in another space. I like to be able to do that just because it helps me see kind of where I'm at, what I want to do, what I want to accomplish that month, and gives me a place to write down any ideas that I think of videos that I want to make. On the other side is my kind of reading boxes, I guess. The one on the top left is actually information about a readathon that I'm hoping to participate in. It's called the Made of Magic Readathon. It's season readings, and I can't remember who the other host is right now. But I can put the information in my description box of who is hosting it, and it looks super fun, and so I just wanted to write the information down because I'm really hoping to do it. I don't do readathons that often, but I always think they're so much fun, and this one is a very simple one, and it's really fun, and so I'm hoping to participate in that. So I wanted to have the information in one place that way I could see kind of as I'm planning my TBR what that readathon is. And then the other box is just a place for me to write down my TBR. If you don't know, TBR stands for to be read. So it's just a little list that I make of books that I want to read for that month. And then just to kind of bring some life to the page, I just drew, again, some little pumpkins and some little ghosties sticking their heads out behind the pumpkins. And then the last page of this setup is just my first weekly of the month. I did some little rectangles and then just drew some little pumpkins and things around. And I'm just now realizing as I'm doing this voiceover that I did want to add drop shadows to these boxes, so I probably will go back in and do that later. I like to add drop shadows just because it adds more color to the page and a little more depth and interest to the shape, and so I'll probably do that. But yeah, I just kind of did a square for Monday through Friday. I usually don't plan my weekends that much in my bullet journal just because I forget to pick it up, and I usually don't have that much to plan in a given weekend. So most of the time I just don't include them in there. But yeah, I just kind of did some pretty simple little rectangles and pumpkins. And that's pretty much the setup. I wanted to make this one pretty simple, usable, but still have those very fun, cozy fall vibes. And that's kind of what I'm always here for. It's just like fun, cozy fall vibes. So let me know if you are going to recreate this or what your October bullet journal theme is. I really love how this turned out, you guys. I think it's so cute. It's so fun. And I'll never get over just like pumpkins and ghosties. You know what I mean? See you in the next one. Bye!